This is human skin. Human what? Skin. So this thing is what? Is represent the what? Human what? Human skin. So if mosquito insert its own proboscis, this is the pro what? Cells of what? Of mosquito. This is the proboscis that is what? A pipe that mosquito use to what? To suck blood from the human skin. And so the mosquito is what? Is infected what? Mosquito. Is the one that is what? It has what? The parasite of what? Of malaria, which is what? Plasmodium. And the mosquito now try to what? To release sporozoites. It has what? Sporozoites in its what? Saliva. So when that get to the what? To the skin, it release what? This is sporozoites through the process whereby the what? The mosquito is what? Is sucking blood of the what? Of the skin. So this sporozoite will mix with it what? With saliva. And let's call it what? Spore what? Sporozoite. The sporozoite is an what? Is the infected stage of Plasmodium. The infected stage of Plasmodium is what? Is sporozoite. So the mosquito drop what? This sporozoite inside the what? Human what? Human skin. And zoom, this is the what? The liver. So this is the liver what? Liver cell. Assume this is the liver cell. This is liver what? Liver cell. So immediately, this infected stage of Plasmodium get into the what? Into the body of human. It will move towards. It will move toward the liver. It will move toward the what? To liver and penetrate liver cell. And penetrate what? Liver what? Liver cell. This is what? Sporozoite. When get into the liver cell, this sporozoite will undergo what we call what? Zygzogony. Z what? Zygzogony. Zygzogony is asexual reproduction by multiple fission. So when this man get to the what? Into the liver cell, the next thing is what? It will enlarge. Look at the size, oh. It will what? Enlarge. Like this. When it's enlarged, its nucleus will now be what? Divided. Its nucleus will be what? Divided. So the nucleus, this is what? The sporozoite will immediately enter the blood, the body of human. It will move into the what? Into the liver to initiate pre-erythrocytic what? Stage. When get to the what? To the liver, the sporozoite will what? Will be enlarged and its nucleus will be what? Divided. The next thing that will happen is this. All the nucleus we have inside here, it will be surrounded by cytoplasm and cell membrane. So the nucleus now be surrounded by what? Cytoplasm and what? And cell membrane. So everything that happen here, we call it what? Zygzo what? Zygzogony, the asexual reproduction by multiple fission in the what? In the liver. And we should now get to a point that what? When this zygzogony we have here, the daughter cell we have here is being what? Mature. It being what? Mature. The liver cell will be what? Will be break. The liver cell will be what? Sorry, I'm using blue for the cell wall. The liver cell will be break to produce new cell called, this is what we call what? Cryptomerozoites. So the product of the zygzogony that take place in the liver cell is what? Cryptomerozoites. And everything that is happening here, we can also call it what? The reaction that take place here, we can call it pre-erythrocytic stage of life cycle of what? Plasmodium. So look at the product we have here, which is what? Cryptomerozoite. The daughter cell we have is the cell of different size. One here, some here are small, some are what? Are big. So this cryptomerozoite here, which is what? The product here, to now divided into what? Into two. The product here. The one with what? Small cell, and one with what? Big what? Big cell. So this one with big cell, we call them what? Mega. No, we call them what? Crypto mega merozoite. And this small one here, we call them what? Crypto micro merozoite. And see what? This mega one, the big gamete form here, merozoite form here, it will now move into the what? New liver cell. Here we have new what? Liver what? liver cell. These are the what? New liver what? Cell. So when this moves to what? To the new liver cell, it will not go there to what? To initiate post-erythrocytic stage. So when this go back to the what? To the new liver cell, it will now try to what? To repeat this schizogony process again, which is what? Pre-erythrocytic what? Stage. Again, that's how the what? The action will be what? Continue. But back to the what? The micromerozoite. This micromerozoite, it will now move into the what? Red blood cell. It will move into the what? Red blood what? This is red blood cell. So when this merozoite, merozoite, it will move to what? To the red blood cell. When this gets into the what? To the red blood what? Red blood cell. So this is the shape of what? Of red blood cell. It will not go into the what? To the red blood cell to initiate the erythrocyte stage of Plasmodium. So on getting to this place, this is what? Merozoite, micromerozoite. So this micromerozoite will enter the red blood cell. On getting to the red blood cell, another what? Asexual reproduction, where what? Zygogony will also take place here. Like I said, what? Zygogony take place in two stages, in the liver and the what? In the red blood cell. The liver one, we call it what? Hepatic zygogony. I call it what? A what? Hepatic is it what? Zygogony. But the one in what? In red blood cell, we call it what? Erythrocyte zygogony or erythrocytic stage of what? Plasmodium. So when this now get into the what? Into the red blood cell, the same thing that happen here will also what? Will also happen. Let me draw it in this way. Will also happen when it enter the what? The red blood cell, it will be what? Enlarge. And its nucleus will also divide. And each nucleus will be surrounded by what? By cytoplasm and cell membrane. The one that happen here, you call it what? Zygogony multiple binary fission. So you now have what? Our red blood cell will be in this form. And inside here, this man will occupy the space of what? Of red blood cell, and its nucleus will what? Will divide. And this micromerozoite will be fed on what? On hemoglobin of the what? Of red blood cell. And at the next stage now, what will happen here is, no, this thing is big. Let me, sorry. It's big. Here we have this. Then we have what? There's a hair. So it will what? Occupy all the space of the what? Of the red blood cell. Its nucleus will be what? Divide. divide, 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 divide. Abi, it will undergo what? Asexual reproduction by disogoning, which is multiple binary what? Fission. It will occur here. Multiple fission will what? Will occur here. And each nucleus we have here, they will be surrounded by cell what? Cell membrane. Each nucleus will be surrounded by what? By cell what? Cell membrane. Surrounded by cell what? Cell membrane and cyto what? Cytoplasm. You will not have it in this form. Have it in this form. So this reaction that take place in what? Red blood cell, yeah, is called what? Zygogony. Zygogony in what? In red blood what? Red blood cell. So when this merozoites, they are being matured in the red blood cell, they will feed on what? On the red blood cell. It will not get to a point, the red blood cell now what? Burst. So when the red blood cell bursts, it will produce two things. Produce what? Two what? Two things. What are the things that it will produce? To produce some chemical cell and merozoites. To produce some chemical cell and what? Merozoites. And the merozoite will also what? Of two size. So the red blood cell burst and produce what? Merozoites. And this merozoites, it produce merozoites and release of some chemical. It will release some what? Some chemical, assuming I use red blood, this dot dot to represent the what? The chemical what? The chemical. The chemical produce, here we call it what? Adenosine. We call it what? I what? Adenosine. And this adenosine is a pyrogen. Immediately this chemical gets into the what? Into the blood. Pyrogen is a fire. It will increase the body temperature immediately as one of the signs of what? Of fever. And this merozoite produce here, the merozoite, this one is called micro merozoite. And this one, we call it what? Mega merozoite. I said the what? The red blood cell will release this into the what? Into the blood. And these two micro merozoites and the what? Mega merozoites. This mega merozoite, we can also call it what? Mega gametocytes. And this one, we can also call it what? Micro gametocytes. So that is at this point, this is where the what? the gametogony stage of what? Of Plasmodium starts. If you remember, I said the life cycle of Plasmodium comprised of what? Of 3 stages. I said the first one is what? Zygogony. The second one is what? Gamogony. The third one is what? Sporogony. So this zygogony is the one that takes place in the what? In the liver first. The second stage is what? Takes place in what? In the red blood cell. So the product of zygogony in the red blood cell, which is what? Merozoites and emosine. Emosine is the chemical substance that's released into the what? Into the blood, and it's also called what? Pigeon. Because this one is all pyrogen, is a very dangerous to the what? To the body. When it gets into the what? To the blood, it will increase the body what? Body temperature and lead to the what? To the fever. And this red blood cell release is what? Mega gametocytes and a micro gametocyte. So as its product, when it releases it, it will serve as what? The beginning of what? Of gamogony. So these two gametes, they are inside blood. The infected mosquito, any mosquito that is what? It inserts its proboscis inside the skin in order to suck the blood. It will what? These two parasites will move. These two parasites will what? Will move the two will move what? To this, and they will, the mosquito will what? Will mistakenly what? Suck them. And they will not go to into the what? Mosquito proboscis. And we said this is the wall of what? Of mosquito. And this is what? The wall of what? Assume this is the mosquito what? Gut. So when this thing gets into the what? Into the mosquito, we will have, so I'm using blue to represent the gametes. This is the micro what? Micro gamete. This one is what? The big. This is the small one is called what? Micro gametocyte. The big one is called what? Mega gametocyte. On getting to the what? The lumen. We are calling this place what? Lumen of what? Of mosquito. Yes. Or the stomach of what? Of mosquito. We call it what? Lumen of what? Of mosquito, or stomach of what? Of mosquito. So at this point now, when the what? The micro gametocyte and the mega gametocyte get into the what? Into the mosquito wall, the gametogenesis will now what? Occur. This micro gametocyte will not germinate to form a male gamete. It will develop to form what? A male gamete with 4 nucleus. To form a male gamete with 4 what? Nucleus. And each nucleus has his what? Is what? His own flagellum. And this will now move to also what? Mature and germinate to form what? Egg. So this is what? sperm of what? Mosquito. This will be what? Egg. So the fertilization now take place here. The one of the sperm here will come out and fertilize the egg. So the sperm will what? Will come and fertilize the egg. When we come fertilize the egg, we will have the egg to now form a what? Zygote. And the zygote is surrounded with a like what? This. So this is what we call what? Zygote. Zygote. And if you remember, this zygote we have here is a motile zygote. Like human, when sperm and egg are fertilized in human reproductive system, the fertilization takes place in what? A fallopian tube. And the zygote will what? Will stay there. The zygote we have there is not a motile what? Zygote, like the one you have what? Here. So this one is a motile what? Zygote. It will now what? Penetrate the mosquito stomach wall. It will find the way to move to this side, have it in this. It will now come like this. This on getting into the what? Stomach wall. The zygote, the motile, I know what the zygote here is what I call it what? Motile, and the motile zygote we call it what? Okinate. I said it's motile. More what? Motile zygote. Zygote is call it what? Or motile zygote we call it okinate. That's linking to the what? The motile zygote of the what? Of Plasmodium. And the zygote immediately get to the what? This is the wall. Wall of what? Mosquito. So when the zygote get to the wall of mosquito, it will now undergo asexual reproduction. It should undergo what? Cleavage, asexual what? Reproduction. The nucleus will also what? Divide into the many and get a pulse, release. It will burst to release sporozoites. So when it's what? Undergo asexual reproduction. So at this particular point here, it will now release what? Sporozoites. No. It will release sporozoites. And this sporozoite now find its means to move here. Let me say at a particular point here, we have this is what? The salivary gland. Breathe gland of mosquito. So the sporozoites now find the means to move from this place into what? Salivary gland of what? Of what? Mosquito. This is also what? Sporozoites. And all the reaction that is occur between here and this particular region, here we call it what? Sporozoites. Goni is the asexual reproduction which take place by what? By multiple fiction. So this is what? The life cycle of what? Of Plasmodium falciparum, which is cause what? Malaria. So you can see that what this is a what? Sporogony phase. The sporogony phase completely takes place in the what? In the mosquito wall and produce sporozoites. The sporozoites now move into the what? To salivary gland and stay there. Whenever the infected mosquito try to what? To bite the skin of what? Of human, it will now release the sporozoite into the what? Into the skin. The sporozoite is what? Is infected stage of the what? Of mosquito, and it will move into the what? Into the liver in order to initiate the what? Pre-erythrocytic what? Stage. In getting to the liver, the sporozoite will what? Will enlarge, and the nucleus will what? Will divide. And the cytoplasm, each nucleus will surrounded by cytoplasm and cell membrane. When it gets to the what? To the mature, the liver cell will what? Will break and produce cryptomerozoites. And because of the what? Of the zogonin that take place there, which is what? Asexual reproduction by multiple fiction. And the product of what? Of the zogonin here is what? Is the merozoite. The merozoite comprises of what? Of two sides. We have micro merozoite, and then we have what? Mega merozoite. The mega merozoite go back into the what? To the new liver cell in order to what? To repeat the zogony that take place in the what? In the liver cell again. And the what? The micro merozoite, it will now move into the what? Into the red blood cell in order to what? To initiate the what? The erythrocytic what? Stage of Plasmodium. So get to the what? To the red blood cell, it will attack the red blood cell and enter the red blood cell, feed on the red blood cell, get it there, it will now try to what? To undergo what? The multiple fission, which is what? The zogony, the asexual reproduction will also occur here. The micromerozoite will enter the red blood cell, will now split. This nucleus will split, and is what? It develop. Each nucleus surrounded by what? By cytoplasm and what? And cell membrane, and get to the what? To the matured, it will what? To burst and release two things, which is what? The gametocyte form, and what? And the chemical substance, which is called what? Emosine. This emosine is the what? Is the chemical substance that is what? That is the parasite related to the what? To their blood. When it gets into the blood like this, it's a fire. It will increase the body temperature, and as a result of that, the symptoms and the sign of what? Of fever and malaria will be what? Will be received by what? By human body. And this product we have there in the end product of what? Of the erythrocytic stage, which is what? The red blood cell stage is what? Is two things, two gamete form, which is what? Micro gamete and the mega gamete. And when the what? The mosquito bites the what? The infected man, that is have what? This mega and the micro gamete in the what? In the blood. It will what? Suck it, and it will now move to the what? To the lumen, which is what? The stomach. When these two gametes, micro and mega like this, get to the what? To the stomach of mosquito, and this is what? Is the gamete what? Gamogamy. Started from what? From here, completed what? In the stomach of what? Of mosquito. And this gamete, the small one developed to the what? To the sperm cell, the big one developed to what? To the egg cell. When this gamete form here, the one egg cell form a what? A tetra sperm cell. Abi? And the one of the sperm cell will what? Will fertilize the what? The egg to form zygote. And the zygote to now find its way into the what? Into the mosquito, into the stomach of mosquito wall. When it's moved like this, it will come to the what? To the stomach of the mosquito wall. And the zygote form is called okinete. Is a motile what? Is a motile gamete. The motile gamete form in the plant of Plasmodium is called what? Okinete. Get to the stomach wall of what? Of mosquito. It will now undergo another asexual reproduction called what? Sporogony. So this is also what? Divide. The nucleus will divide, and it's form what? Different spore. And it will later burst and produce spore called sporogony. That is where what? The sporozoa receive their what? Their name, sporozoa. They are spore-bearing animal. And produce the what? The spore here, which is what? The sporozoite. It will now move from the stomach wall into the what? Salivary gland of the what? Of the mosquito. on get to salivary gland. Whenever the salivary gland produces what? Saliva, and the saliva must contain what? The sporozoites. And the sporozoite, the infected mosquito bite a man, it will insert the what? Its saliva into the what? Into the blood of the what? Of man, and the saliva will contain what? The sporozoite. The sporozoite now what? Move and find its way to the what? To the liver. Getting to the liver, it will penetrate the liver, and what? Asexual reproduction called zoogomy by multiple fission will take place in the liver to produce what? Cryptomerozoites. That's how what? The life cycle of what? Of Plasmodium falciparum occur. So that's all about what? Kingdom what? Protista.